Alex has now completed work on the price list and so is going to continue working on the customer quote. The next thing he has to do is pull through the short description, category and retail price for each of these item codes. Rather than going to the price list, finding the value and manually copy-pasting it, which will be both slow and error-prone, we would like to automate this procedure using Excel's VLOOKUP function. In the last video, we saw how we could use a range lookup, but in this situation, we're not looking for an approximate code. We need those codes to match exactly. And if it doesn't find an exact match, we actually want to get an error message back because it means we've typed in the wrong thing. So for this, we're going to use an exact match. Let's look at how it works. So we're going to click into E6 and type equals VL and press tab. Once again, we need to supply a lookup value, and this time it's our item code. So click on item code and type comma. Now our lookup table is our price list. So we're going to hop onto the international price list sheet, and we're now going to need to select all of the data. So I'm going to use a shortcut key. I'm going to click in A4 and press Control Shift right and then Control Shift down. That will select all the columns to the right till it hits a blank column and then all the way down till we get to a blank row. Now again, we don't want this data set moving down when we drag our formula. So we're going to need to make it absolute and then type another comma. Now, just so you can see what I'm doing, I'm going to scroll back up to the top, but you don't have to do this. Okay. Now, the third argument it wants is the column that contains the value you want to retrieve. In this case, we want to get back the short description, which is the third column. So we're going to type A3. And now we need to talk about that last argument. So I'm going to type another comma. In the previous example, we said with the range lookup that this was optional and you could leave it off. With the exact match, however, it is not optional. VLOOKUPs are by default range lookups. So if you leave it off, you're going to get a range lookup. We don't want a range lookup, so we're going to choose false to say it's not a range lookup, it is an exact match. And when you double click, you can see it puts a false. It's a little confusing at first, but just remember, exact matches, false. Now I can close my brackets and click enter, and it has correctly completed all the short descriptions. I have two concerns though. First of all, when you look at that formula, it's pretty hideous. And you probably felt the same as me. It was quite cumbersome to create. Now, how can we get around that and make our VLOOKUPs a little easier to understand and to create? Well, the answer is to put your lookup data either in a named range or a table. And we're going to now repeat that process, but this time with our lookup data in a table. So I'm going to undo, Control Z, and we're going to do that whole process again, but this time with a table. So come back to International Price List, click somewhere in the data, and you might recall from the previous course that to insert a table, you can either come to Insert Table or your shortcut key is Control T. So I'm going to click on Table. It has picked up the data correctly and it does have headers, so I just need to say OK. Now there are two benefits of working with a table. The first one is I can give this table a nice, sensible name. So I'm going to come up to my ribbon, Table Tools Design, and on the far left, where it says Table 1, I'm going to type in Parts instead. And you can call your table anything, provided there's no spaces or weird punctuation characters. The other benefit of working with a table is when I add data to the bottom, the table's automatically going to grow to include it. So I won't need to go and change any of my VLOOKUPs, even though I've added new data. And that makes it all much more automated and much more powerful. Good. Let's come back to our customer quote now and go through that VLOOKUP again, this time using the table. So I'm going to type equals VL and press tab. I'm going to click on my lookup value and type a comma. But now to specify my table or array, I can just type a P. There it is, parts comes up right at the top of the autocomplete and I can press tab. Don't need to worry about dollars. and it looks so much better. Now I type another comma. I remember my column was column 3. And once again, very important, you must say false. Now you will notice that some people, instead of putting false, put 0. In Excel, false and 0 are the same. So if you get tired of double clicking false, you can put 0 instead. Close my bracket and click enter. And there are all my short descriptions. Let's do one more quick example. This time we're going to do the category. So once again, equals VL and press tab. My lookup value doesn't change. It's still my item code and comma. And again, my table array is my parts. So type P and press tab, then a comma. This time, however, I'm trying to get the discount category, and I remember that that was column 5. So I'm going to put a 5. And then, of course, don't forget to make this false because it is an exact match. And then click enter, and there are all my discount categories. Too easy. Now, the thing with the VLOOKUP is it is actually one of the more complex functions, and it will take practice to get familiar with it. So take some time to now complete the retail price independently and just make sure you've had a little more practice with the VLOOKUP before you move on to our other lookup functions.